I'm super excited to talk about something which is super passionate for me, and I I fell in love with it about around 4 5 years ago, and have been growing myself as well as sharing everything and anything I know about that particular thing, and that is social media, guys. Social media platforms has changed the way we network, have changed the way we look at our consumers, have changed the way business grow their I think PNLs, or at the same time, businesses are garnering more and more clients and visibility. Gone are the times when we used to only depend on radio, newspapers, magazines, or billboards. And now is the time when it's about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and in time to come, guys, I'm going to say you it's going to be Clubhouse as well. Let's talk about social media, guys. Okay, so let's get started with the first question of the day, which is which social media platform are you most active on? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If for the Indians, if not TikTok, then they can tell Instagram Reels. If they're active on LinkedIn, then I would love to hear about that as well. And indeed, if it is beyond that, some other platform, I am keen to know that as well. So tell me in the comment section which social media platforms are your favorite. And moving ahead, guys, at this point of time when there's so much of noise, so much of crowd out there, how do you stand out and how do you become the number one in between your customers? So I'm getting Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and that's amazing. Superb, guys. So help me share the video fast. I'm excited for you guys to share the video and let more people join in. And from there, I'm going to jump straight into sharing how to get your social media strategies right. And before I talk about how to get it right, let's talk about what's going wrong. What is it that's not indeed going right with your social media platform? Yeah, guys, I'm going to talk about things not going well. And the most biggest thing, or I would say the biggest problem at this point of time, is related to the first question that I just asked. Which social media platforms are you most active on? So, guys, if you were able to pick one platform, great. But from the brand perspective, I have seen a lot of brands going all out. They just try to be active anywhere and everywhere possible at one shot, and it's applicable for a lot of individuals as well. When they think of building a brand for themselves, they want to go all out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all the other platforms. And that is something you don't want to do at all. I wouldn't recommend go for all strategy as you get started with your social media plan. The idea is to just make sure that indeed you are able to pick the channel that works for you the most. And how do you do that? You check out your customers. Where exactly is your biggest chunk of customers most active and engaging? And that's the platform you want to go for first. Build a strong presence on that platform. Focus yourself there, because at the end of the day, we have limited time and limited resources. Unless you have enough time and resources, then it's a different strategy altogether. But I'm talking about SMEs and startups here, where they have limited resources and limited funds. So go and choose a platform that has your largest pool of audience. And not only means they are there, it also means that they are active on that platform. Test it. There's no harm to take a month to test that and see where you're getting the maximum eyeballs, and then move all your focus there. Eventually, go and repurpose the content you produced for a particular platform for other platforms. And that's how you have to make sure that you avoid this mistake. Don't have for all over trying it all as a strategy. Second, and the another, I would say, mistake that has been over the mindset when you're trying to go out with the social media strategy is thinking social media as a lead generation machine only. And that's where the problem starts coming in. When you think social media is all about generating sales lead, that's a concern where you are not thinking about adding value to your audience, but expecting from them to give you business. And that's not a fair deal. That's not a win-win. That's only a win for you and not a win for them. So it's about adding value first and then expecting a lead out of it. Of course, paid advertisements, lead generation advertisements are definitely a way of generating leads, but don't you want them to be recurring? Don't you want them to go and do word of mouth? Don't you want them to build the trust and the credibility when you go for the second round of warming up the lead? And that is what is important. On social media platforms, it's important to see how you're adding value to your audience. And last, the third point, which I might be just too candid about it, but your content sucks. I mean, sorry for the language, but indeed that's how it is. Your content is not what it delivers. I'll give you a very simple example. When I'm talking about content, probably the video comes in your mind, a visual comes in your mind, but that's not what all content is. Content is what you communicate to your audience. And I'm going to give you a super simple example here. Let's say you let's say we are developing a website, and I'm targeting to an audience which is pretty much new to technology, and they are kind of learning about how exactly can they go online. And I'm talking and I'm telling them, hey, I can help you with responsive websites which has JavaScripts and which has the best HTML5 updated, and it also is supported with all sort of browsers compatibility, and go on and on and on and on. Trust me, guys, for my real audience who are new to website and do not know the technicalities and know-how of this entire business, for them, I'm talking Greek, Latin. I'm not talking their language. And that's what is content all about. Let's say I just modify that to say, hey, I can help you with a website that can help you view it perfectly on any device, mobile, iPad, laptops, tablet, in all devices. Your site get adapted. The font size, the images will just be taking space based on your screen size. So it's going to be absolutely mobile friendly. And at the same time, I'm going to make sure that the experience of your website is absolutely the same, irrespective of from where your audience is coming in, from whichever place, whichever platform, and whichever device. At the same time, we're using some of the latest methods to create it, just to make sure that your website doesn't go old sooner. Didn't it sound a little more better and explainable and understandable when I said the latter? And that's how you understand the content side of it. This is where it is different, guys. Content is about visuals, it's about videos, but that's the execution plan. What are you communicating to your audience? How are they connecting with that content is exactly how you want to go right with your social media strategy. Indeed, those are my three important takes on getting your social media strategy right.